Hello, everybody. Please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Excellent, excellent. Hello to Heather Joy and Andrea and Jiffy, Melody and Lizzie. Glad to see you all this morning. Hello, everybody. Hi, Darla. Welcome. Glad to have everybody here today. So I did put together a video this morning and it got 100% blocked. It wasn't on my 600-pound life or anything like that, but I'm like, I don't feel like making another video. Maybe I'll go live or something. I might make one later. I'd still like to get one in, but I kind of disputed it and said, hey, can I please still use this? Sometimes that they let you, sometimes they don't. Toronto, Canada, you're only like 3 hours from me. I'm about 45 minutes away from Detroit, Michigan, so you're not too far away. Hi, Marie from Medina, Tennessee. Glad to have you on with me this morning. I hope nobody hears my dishwasher. I forgot it was running while I was going on. So how is everybody this morning? You guys doing anything interesting? Just sitting there listening to me talk? I don't have work today, so I'm just hanging out with you guys. Yeah, I mean, YouTube's been giving me some hell lately. It's been very frustrating. Like every single video I post gets like ad restricted because they think it's not suitable because of the content. And then of course, it takes them 2 days to get back to me after I dispute it. And so by then, after 2 days, like my video lost all of its momentum. So like one of them had like over 9,000 views in a single day. Like that's $100 worth of ad revenue for me, or close to that anyways. And so I missed out on that money because they decided that they were going to automatically place ad limited notification on my video. And even though I disputed it and they went back and said, oh, it's fine, and they removed that, and then they allowed it to be fully monetized, I lost all of that. So every single video that I post lately starts out ad limited. And so I'm losing out on tons of ad revenue. And then others just get plain out blocked. So it's just, it frustrates me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm new and they still don't know me yet. So the system just automatically finds my content that might be not suitable for advertisers quite yet. I don't know. Thanks, AR. I appreciate that. I hope you always like my YouTube videos, but there might be some you don't like. Yes, TGIF, Lizzie. Sorry you're working, but hopefully you get off here pretty soon. It's funny, even though I work from home, I always tell my boss when it snows, I'm like, oh, I'm taking a snow day today. But you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to leave the house. Well, so. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're leaving for a test, Darla, but hopefully everything's okay with that and you get the test done and taken care of so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Andrea, yeah, playing hooky and watching your live stream. Well, that is work for some people, I guess, I can't pay you, though. Well, thanks, Revelt. I didn't know anybody would ever consider me their favorite reaction YouTuber. Hi, Garlic Breath and Farts. I always laugh at your name. Good to see you on here. Yeah, Melody, I don't know. It's just an automatic thing. Like, as soon as the video processes, they just automatically slap it on there. So nobody looked at it. And even though you're allowed to make reaction videos legally, and you make pauses and commentary and reaction videos, like you're allowed to do that under copyright law. But the problem is that usually it takes a judge to determine that. So these companies that make these videos take advantage of that, and they're like, well, unless you're going to take it all the way to court and fight us on it, then they're going to block the videos that they want to block for copyright. And YouTube usually sides with the business. So there's really nothing I could do about it. People tell me to just press forward, and if I lose a dispute, to go ahead and appeal that dispute. But if I lose that appeal, I can get a copyright strike. And if I get 3 copyright strikes, then my channel gets deleted permanently. So it doesn't seem worth it to dispute it. I just have to deal with it and learn and grow. And as I get better technology and I learn more about the technical side of things, I will make better videos and make sure copyright strikes don't happen as often. I'm still kind of technically illiterate. I'm still trying to save money to get a microphone and get a better camera and all that stuff. So as I try to save money for all that, I'm just gonna have to deal with it, and I need to put more time into making videos rather than just doing a quick reaction video. Like, I want to do videos like Michelle McDaniel does from My Thoughts Will Probably Offend You. If you've seen my reactions of her videos, I want to make more videos like that rather than just me in a corner, reacting to videos all the time. So I want to get better at it, and I'm working on it. It's just going to take time. It's going to take money and whatever, but I would be making more money if YouTube didn't automatically block my videos from gaining ad revenue. So it's just a struggle. I'm not doing too well financially at the moment. So as my channel grows and I get more subscribers, that'll automatically lead to more ad revenue. So it's going to take some time. Andrea, no, I don't have any pets. I would like to get a dog and or a cat. I do love those pets. I'm not an either or kind of guy. I love both of them. But I'm not doing too well financially at the moment, so having a pet does not make sense to me. Plus, the townhome that I live in, they're very strict, and so I'd have to pay more money on my rent just to have a pet. So, Bailey, hi Big T, I love your videos, especially the ones with My Thoughts Will Probably Offend You. Thanks, Bailey, I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm glad you like my videos. I definitely like reacting to her videos, but at some point I'd like to make my own in her style, not like copying off of her or anything, just doing my own style type of videos, much like that, and just generate conversation. So I know that'll take some time, like I was just saying. Mel's fresh start listening at work. Let this day go quickly. Well, hopefully you enjoy yourself enough here to that, at least the hour or so that I'll be on, you'll be able to have time go quickly. Hi, Niall. Good to see you. I've been missing you on Discord. We don't talk as much as we used to, and it makes me cry. I was looking at breakfast meal prep ideas on YouTube before this. Saw some interesting ones. Very ornate and high spoon. Yeah, the number one comment I got, I don't know if you saw my updated what I eat in a day video that I posted last night, but so many people were like, because I was eating the Jimmy Dean um, egg witch things, they're like, don't eat that crap, it's garbage, it's processed. But I keep losing weight. I lost 3 pounds since yesterday, still eating that stuff. So I know it's not the best, but I've been trying to find breakfast options. People keep saying eat oatmeal and whatever. I'm like, no, that's got carbs in it, and I'd have to put some kind of sweetener in it. So oatmeal is not something that I generally consider a good meal for me, anyways. I'm tired of eating eggs all the time, and I don't eat very much anyways for breakfast because very, very little food fills me up. So if I do eat something, it's one or two eggs and or a sausage patty or something. And the grease from the sausage patty kind of makes me a little sick. Um, and just two eggs just all the time, just blah. I get tired of it. So, hey, I'm just looking for something different to eat for breakfast, and my options are very limited. So, hey, if I'm losing weight eating those, then I'll continue eating those. Mary B., you're so down to earth and seem nice. Your reactions are very informative. Keep up with the great work. Thanks, Marie. I really appreciate that. Most large corporations are mega jerks. Yeah, you would think they would be more open to me reacting to their videos. I mean, unless I'm attacking their company or something like that, it gets them more attention, right? The kind of content that they produce. So I would think that they'd be more open to me doing reaction videos. I'm not stealing their content. I'm not claiming it as my own content. I'm making a reaction video to it. And usually I'm very agreeable, unless there's something I don't agree with. But yeah, for some reason, they just absolutely want nothing to do with other content creators reacting to their stuff. And some people get away with things that other people don't. Like I know Shauna Steele, can post certain videos and he gets away with it. Or Plot Twist can make a reaction, but if I react to Plot Twist, then TLC will block my video, but they're not blocking Plot Twist video. So I don't know. Again, if it is it because I'm small, is it because they don't like me and I'm on some sort of blacklist? I have no idea. Oh, thanks, Revolt. I appreciate the $5. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Hi, Kristen. Good to see you. Keep up the good work spreading logic and common sense as you deal with your own issues with food. I don't have any issues with food. Food has issues with me, okay? I'm just kidding. Bailey, I've lost 100 pounds last year and I feel fabulous, still working on the journey. That's awesome, Bailey. Like, you feel night and day, don't you, from losing 100 pounds? I mean, that's a lot of weight off your frame, and it's not just 100 pounds. Like, I forgot how much it was, but every pound that you take off is like a certain amount of pounds off your knees and off your general structure. So you lost more than 100 pounds of pressure on your body. So I hope you're feeling a lot better. Do you live in Michigan, Darla? Other than that, I don't understand how you could help me get a pet. Oh, my back hurts. I'm tired of my back hurting, though. That's the one thing I'm still dealing with since losing a bunch of weight is biomechanically, like my neck is off. Like it just feels like it's on fire sometimes, and my lower back just hurts just sitting. So if I move around a lot, it's because I'm hurting and I'm trying to get comfortable. Don't cry. Text me today. I always text you. You text me. I know you're probably busy and stuff, and you forget all about me. Eggs. Yeah, I'm sick of eggs, though. There's only so many ways you can cook them, and I mean, I enjoy a good omelet like anybody, but maybe I just need to make more omelets. I don't know. It's Hi, Angel. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. Yeah, Niall, you're in denial about how to spell your own name. Breakfast is that first meal of the day. Sometimes, well, the very first thing I have when I wake up is a shake. So I don't eat. I usually wait a few hours to actually get my first meal in. And that's lately it's been an egg which sandwich or an egg or two or a piece of sausage, something like that. Like just very, very little fills me up in the mornings. Um, what if you just skip breakfast? I mean, I pretty much do. I don't really eat until like 11 noon, anyways. But I'm trying to increase my calories. I'm not trying to decrease them. So I was eating 800 and 900 calories. I'm trying to bump that up to 1200. So, I mean, there's absolutely no problem with me eating the egg witches. I mean, they're good. They're a little something different. There's a variety of Jimmy Dean breakfast delight stuff, and I'm losing weight since I started eating them. So my stall has stopped stalling me out. So I mean, I understand people say just don't eat the processed crap, but it's just something different for a little bit. You know, I might go back to eggs at some point. I don't know. I needed something different and it's working for me. You're such a sweet, genuine person. Every time I watch your videos, I think to myself, I hope all his dreams come true. The way in which you navigate your reactions kindly says a lot about you. Well, thanks, Andrea. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you to say. I hope all my dreams come true as well. And yours. I hope that you're doing well and all that stuff. I lost where I was. Oh, 5 whole eggs with orange juice. Orange juice is bad for you, man. I know people say eat or drink orange juice, but it's just chock full of sugar at this point. It's not worth drinking. Maybe, but if it works for you, definitely do it. There are keto cereals, but they are not cheap, and I buy them at discount stores. Yeah, that just seems too expensive. Anything keto these days is just outrageously expensive. I'd like to get like some keto tortillas because I love making breakfast burritos and stuff like that. So I might try to find something like that. But anything keto or carb free or sugar free or anything like that, it's very expensive. Single dude reacts to fat acceptance TikToks. He's doing really well. That's another idea. I think you're nicer than him. Maybe do something like that, but using your own experiences. Thanks for joining the chat, Annie. Yeah, I do do fat acceptance TikToks. I actually have a couple videos where I do them, so if you want to check those out, but I'll definitely do more. I saw Shauna Steele did one today, um, so I haven't checked that out yet. It just popped up as soon as I started going live, but yeah, I already did some fat acceptance TikToks. I'm convinced breakfast is the most important meal of the day was propaganda from Kellogg's. I haven't seen any evidence showing that statement is true. Well, yeah, I don't know myself, honestly. I could see it both ways where breakfast is you're breaking a fast because you didn't eat all night. So getting that first meal of the day in kind of kickstarts your metabolism, gets you going for the day. But also the intermittent fasting people say, hey, just keep going and don't eat until noon and you'll lose more weight that way. So yeah, I'm not sure. But I haven't seen any evidence either, so you might be right on that. Bailey, I thank you. I like watching him and a few others go through their journey. He's very open, and I like that. Angel, I know you said you might have a takeaway once a month. How do you stay on track and not want large portions or start having them more often? Well, being broke for one really helps. Uh, I lost my place. Oh, um, I think that's where I decided the weight loss surgery was the best option for me. Is now ordering out, getting takeout, whatever, is a waste of money for me. Because when I go to my friend Steve's house or whatever, he'd order a pizza, and usually I'd scarf down half the pizza, no problem. But then I have a piece of it. Or one time he ordered Chinese food. I had like 3 pieces of sweet and sour chicken and an egg roll, and I was stuffed. So ordering out these days is a waste of money because it's like very, very little food fills me up. So that works for me. But in terms of helping other people not eat so much, it's just being more mindful about how you're eating and what you're eating and when. Um, I take the approach that I think is best is eating every few hours, eating a small meal every few hours. So you are eating throughout the day, so you're not as likely to binge at the end of the day because you didn't starve yourself. So if you're not starving yourself, you're less likely to binge. So that's what a lot of people do. They restrict their calories so much that they end up binging at the end of the day because they didn't hardly eat anything. But if you eat more and you eat every couple hours, and you fill yourself up on vegetables and good stuff, then you're less likely to binge. But then when you do take out, you're in charge of what you order, right? If you go to a restaurant, if you go to fast food, just be more mindful of what you're ordering. Go for a healthy option instead of, the worst supersized meal or whatever. So you can portion yourself out that way. Just be more mindful of what you're doing. Don't listen to haters. Eat what works best for you. It's your life and your weight loss journey. I mean, I do appreciate the advice. I know people are just looking out for me and stuff like that. So I don't mind it. But if it wasn't working, like somebody told me today, eat, more light and fit yogurt and stuff. And I'm like, hey, I just tried that and it stalled me out. It had 7 grams of sugar in it. And he was totally like, no, it doesn't stall you out. 7 grams of sugar is nothing. It's like 7 grams of sugar in a little yogurt cup is nothing. I mean, that's a lot of sugar in a little yogurt cup, and it did stall me out. As soon as I started eating those, my weight loss stalled. So that's why I'm not going to go back to eating those. Different things work for different people. I think what frustrates me the most sometimes is when people act like, well, this was my experience, so this is what's 100% true. And if you have a different experience, well, then your experience is just plain wrong. I try not to act like that at times when I'm giving good advice, but I know that everybody's different, every body is different, everybody's metabolism is different, and we all have different journeys. And so while I do share my advice, my experience and stuff like that, there are things I know 100% works for everybody, but there are some things that are in the gray areas that don't work for everybody. So your experience might be different than my experience. You might be able to get away with eating Dannon Light and Fit. I might not. You know, some people can do a high fat keto diet and lose a lot of weight. I tried it and I couldn't because I had my gallbladder out, and so my body doesn't break down fat as well as maybe your body does if you have a gallbladder. So there's just little differences here and there. Plot twist is in cahoots with YouTube. Well, they have millions of subscribers, or at least over a million, I think. So I think bigger channels get away with certain things that smaller channels don't. I don't know. Lizzie, just a general term for people who think they know better than Tony knows himself. Hang in there. It's going to get better. Thanks, Heather Joy. Appreciate that. No, I don't have a girl, Lizzie. I have an issue with the term weight loss journey that infers that you're walking around aimlessly with no direction. You know how to get from point A to point B, do what's necessary. Well, for a lot of people, it is a journey, though, Kristen. I mean, they don't know what they're doing. That's what today's video was about before I got blocked, is that there's a lot of lies out there about what's healthy, what's natural, what's right. Like a lot of people might think, well, let's do a fat-free diet. And in reality, the whole fat-free thing was a scam. And in order to flavor their foods after taking the fat out, they put sugar in it. So a lot of people are thinking because of government recommendations that they need to be eating fat-free foods, when in turn they're getting all this extra sugar in their diet, and then they don't know why they're not losing weight. So I often say that you need to do your research. You need to find the right diet that's going to work for you. There's a million diets out there, and they all work for different people. So you're going to have some um, ups and downs. You're going to have some good moments and bad moments. You're going to struggle in some diets, and you're going to do well in others. So it is sort of a journey. You're going to wander aimlessly. You're going to try to figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And once you find something that works for you, you got to stick with it. But ultimately, you're also right too, because calorie restrictions, you're going to lose weight. So, but how you do calorie restriction is part of the journey. So that's the part that's different. Oatmeal has carbs. Well, it's high in fiber and conducive to weight loss. At least that's what I read. I use Splenda sweetener. Well, I've just found that carbs stall me out, and I just don't want to eat oatmeal. Big T looking at intermittent fasting. It is good for your body by enhancing testosterone and allowing your body to use more store energy for burning. I pretty much do. I don't eat breakfast too early. I have my shake first thing, so I guess that would kick me out of a fast though. But I don't really eat until like 11 or noon, um, depending on what time I wake up. But I did intermittent fasting before, and it was really conducive to me binge eating, because you're just not eating for long periods of time. So when you do eat, you're more likely to binge eat. So it worked, but then it didn't work for me at times. Hello, Big T. I scramble one egg with one sauteed onion, like a whole onion with one egg, one pepper, 100 grams of spinach, and some nutritional yeast. It's around 230 calories and fills me up. That sounds good, Martinez. If you make eggs, you can add spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, many low-cal things to boost the taste. Yeah, I do like eggs with spinach and tomatoes in it. That's really good. Mission carb balanced tortillas are good. They have a lot of fiber, so they're about 5 grams of carbs. Yeah, I do like Mission carb balance, because I do like wrapping things up in tortillas. Like, no matter what I eat, I like putting it in a tortilla, whether it's hamburger meat or it's breakfast foods or whatever. I love wrapping foods up in a tortilla. I'm a bread and pasta junkie. I have to stay away from them, that's for sure. Good morning. About to do today's workout, but saw you live and had to say hi. Hi, Peachy. Good to see you. I hope you enjoy your workout this morning and have a great day overall. I'm glad you survived the tornadoes. You guys need to go subscribe to Peach Love Happiness. She's an amazing channel. She's awesome. One of my good friends that I've known for a very long time. I'm ultra cheap, no restaurants, and takeout for me. That's kind of the boat I'm in currently. Just, I can't afford it, but it's a waste of money for me to go out, because I can eat very little. So why go out and spend all this money on all these extra portions and I just eat a few bites of it, Big T, this is a sincere question. If someone agrees to weight loss surgery and they make you lose weight before surgery, and you do that and prove to yourself that you can lose weight, then why? Well, your doctor's likely going to want you to lose some weight before surgery, because if you can't lose weight, then you're still likely to gain weight after surgery. Like, there's so many people who still gain weight after surgery. So it's really more of a mental thing than a physical thing. And so they do, at least my program provided therapy, they provided a dietitian, and they worked with you on how to eat better. So it's more than just surgery, it's a comprehensive program that helps you in the long run. So you're a lot more successful in the long run. I did lose 100 pounds before surgery, and that was help with therapy and help with whatever. But I felt that surgery was best for me because I've yo yo dieted and because of my age and because of my size. I was 6'71" at my heaviest. And all those factors just led me to think I needed a tool. It's just a tool. It's like if you find something that's going to help you learn to eat better, learn, and you just get full quicker. I mean, it's going to be a great tool for you. It's not for everybody, um, but even weeks before surgery, I was eating like crap. Like I did lose that 100 pounds before surgery, but I still kept finding myself binge eating and oh, I need my cheat meals constantly, and oh, this is the last time I'm gonna have ice cream, this is the last time I'm gonna have donuts, this is the last time I'm gonna have this or that or whatever. So if you've just been through diet after diet after diet and you yo-yo diet and you struggle and you just cannot seem to get your weight under control, then it's a great tool to sort of, it re-kickstarts your metabolism. You just, you can only eat 1,000 calories, and you eat just a little bit of portion, and you're full. So I mean, it really helps you out for about a year is what it does. And so after that year, you can stretch your stomach back out. You can get your appetite back. You can struggle with the same things, but it gives you a year where it helps you out as a tool to lose weight. And so I'm going to try to lose as much weight as possible within this year, and then hopefully that will carry me through to beyond. It's just a tool for me. But I wasn't really successful until I got into the program, and I'm learning how to lose weight. I'm learning what to eat, what not to eat with the dietitian. I had therapy dealing with a lot of the trauma that I went through and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just something that I chose for myself. If you think you can lose weight without surgery, okay, then go ahead and do it. But most people, they're struggling with their diet. They're struggling to lose weight. They can't keep up with a diet for their whole life. So, how much do you weigh? Well, I would say that, but I'm saving my weight for my weigh-in video. So I don't know if I want to spill how much I weigh right now, but I've lost 160 pounds. I'll tell you that. So I guess you can just do some easy math. I was 671 at my highest. I've lost 160 pounds as of this morning. And so that'll tell you exactly what my weight is right now, what my weigh-in was this morning. But I'm saving my actual weigh-in for my birthday, which is February 27th. And I'm hoping to be below 500 pounds by then. So I gave you enough hints. Just do the easy math. Restaurant cooks scratch their butts, touch your food. That's just added protein, garlic. That's just added protein. Thank you for answering my question. I'm really enjoying your channel. Looking forward to seeing how your journey goes. Thanks, Angel. I appreciate that. I'm glad to have you on here. You're always welcome to ask me questions. Melody, you don't want the extra protein? I mean, butt scratching really boosts your immune system, doesn't it? It takes 3 weeks, but you can change your habits. That's the thing, is most people can't bear it for more than a few days, right? That's why most people don't keep up with their New Year's resolutions. I just decided this year I'm not going to have a New Year's resolution. I'm already doing it. I'm already being successful on it. And I started the journey last year right after Christmas. I'm like, I'm not even going to wait to New Year's, because it's like, most people can't keep up with something that long. They think of it as a short-term thing. They need to lose a little bit of weight, so they're going to diet. but they don't think of it as an entire lifetime change. And that's what they really need to do. They need to think about it as a lifetime. They're going to keep up with it for the rest of their life. Because as soon as they go back to eating garbage, they start reintroducing sugar back to their diet, whatever, they're going to gain that weight back and more. And so, weight loss surgery to me was something that it just gives me a tool. It's a little head start, right? I was able to lose a bunch of weight before surgery, and I'm going to lose even more after surgery, and I'll be at a good place after 1 year. I'm already in a much better place now, but um, after 1 year after surgery, I'm going to be in a much better place than if I didn't have surgery. So I thought it was sort of a good head start. I get to sort of, um, I guess the best way to explain it is I get a fresh start, right? I get a fresh start, and what I do with that fresh start is up to me. I mean, I could take it and continue it, or I could screw it all up and gain the weight back and stretch my stomach back out. Greek yogurt is the best. I really liked the Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt. I thought it was good, but then, like I said, it kind of stalled me out, and then I saw I had 7 grams of sugar in each one, and I decided not to continue with that. I've watched you for a while now. You seem very intuitive and have a good sense about losing weight. Thanks, Shay. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, it's just, a lot of experience. I've tried almost every diet in the book, and I keep thinking about I want to make videos for every diet, like the pros and cons of keto, the pros and cons of Weight Watchers, the pros and cons of Slim Fast, all the different diets that I've tried, what worked, what didn't work, why I didn't keep up with it, stuff like that. But really, any diet's going to work for you that has a caloric restriction. You just got to find the one that works best for your lifestyle. If you're very busy, maybe Slim Fast is best for you because you can just drink a shake and that's a meal. Um, I thought the pre-op diet really helped me out because I was eating 6 times a day. One of my meals was a shake, one of my Ensure protein shakes, and then I had a Dannon Light Fit Greek yogurt. That was a meal. Then I had another shake, then another yogurt, and then a lean cuisine. And then with a lean cuisine, maybe a salad, maybe a cup of fruit for dinner. And that's what I ate most of the time before surgery that helped me lose the 100 pounds that I did. And that worked out for me. So I'm kind of continuing that after surgery, but it's just a little bit different because losing 160 pounds that I have, um, it slowed my metabolism. So things change. You got to shift your diet. You got to change how you eat, what you eat, and you got to add exercise if you're going to continue losing weight because your body will stall. You will stop losing weight because your metabolism does slow down. Your metabolism does slow down when you lose weight. So you're going to have to change some things. Cut some extra sugar out of your diet. So when I was 100 or when I was 600 pounds, eating Dannon Light and Fit was fine because I burned through that sugar. But now that I've lost almost 100 pounds since then, it's not the best for me. Thank you for answering my questions. I'm asking questions, not trying to be rude. Oh, I don't think you're being rude at all, Kristen. You're more than welcome to ask questions. I'm glad that you have. The government recommendations are why we are so screwed as a country, health-wise. I agree, Chris. Um, yeah, like I was saying in today's video that got blocked, I mean, it really revealed that the sugar industry bought scientists that recommended to the government what our daily recommendations of food should be. And so the fact that they have bread and grains at the very bottom of the food pyramid, which bread and grains, when you eat it, turns into sugar, which adds to weight gain. And ever since they created the food pyramid and gave out these dietary recommendations, obesity has skyrocketed because everybody thinks that fat is the enemy in your diet when really sugar is the enemy in the diet. And so people are cutting all this fat out of their diet and replacing it with sugar, replacing it with carbs, thinking they're doing right because the government recommended that. And in the end, heart disease and strokes and all these other problems are skyrocketing. Why? Cancer skyrocketing. That's because people are just eating sugar like crazy. It's not just the fast food industry revolt. I mean, if you go into the frozen food section and look at everything. I actually did this before because I'm like, okay, I bought a box of corn dogs. And I'm like, hey, this was years ago, but I bought a box of corn dogs. And I'm like, how come I can't stop eating corn dogs? Like, they're so good. I just kept eating them. And I looked on it and I was like, there's a ridiculous amount of sugar in the corn dogs. And so I went through like all the fast food, not the fast food, but the frozen dinners. And there's so many different foods that are in the frozen aisle. They all have sugar in them. They add sugar to, like, if you get like a smoothie mix that's already pre-frozen, they add sugar to that. I mean, it's like uh, fruits are sweet enough, but they add sugar to everything. Everything they add sugar to. They add sugar and bread to hamburger meat. If you buy ground beef, like I was looking for ground beef patties, and I happened to look at the label and it said 12 grams of carbs. For hamburger meat, really 12 grams of carbs? What are they adding in that to increase the carbohydrates to 12 grams? Or actually, I think it was 24 grams. I was wrong. It was 24 grams of carbohydrates. So they add sugar and they add bread to ground meat. So it's just ridiculous what they put into food these days. And they add the sugar to get you addicted to it, so you keep eating it, and you think you're actually eating healthy. You drink a smoothie, you go to tropical smoothie, and you think, oh, I'm doing healthy. No, they put a ridiculous amount of sugar in it. You go to Starbucks and you get a coffee. There's more sugar in that than a can of Coke. I mean, it's just there's so much sugar in our diet that people don't even realize they're eating sugar, and then they wonder why they can't lose weight, they can't get over their food addiction. It's because sugar is more addictive than cocaine. I eat as much natural fat as possible and eat as little carbs as possible. Sugar is not an option. It really shouldn't be. I mean, sugar is really what's killing us. Thanks, Heather. I hope you have a great day at work. You're probably gone by now because I'm a little behind on answering questions here, but excuse me. Carbs messed me up after 4 years off them. Yeah, I mean, if you go off carbs, like, you feel amazing. You realize how clear-headed you are. And then if you try to eat some sugar or you drink a soda or something like that, you're like, wow, this is disgustingly sweet. Like, you just realized how, like, adapted you get to eating sugar. Once you get off of it, you're like, wow, I just feel clear-headed. I feel better. I feel amazing. But when you're on sugar, it's like you have ups and downs and your mood roller coasters and your energy levels and your blood sugars up and down, and it's just crazy. Eating really low carb, I end up intermittent fasting on accident because my hunger is so controlled. Exactly. When you stop eating sugar and you start, eating the low carbs, your hunger is controlled. You're better able to control yourself. When you're eating sugar, you cannot control yourself because the ups and downs and your mood and your energy goes up and down. And so you feel really good after you eat some sugar. Why? Because you're addicted to it. It attaches to the pleasure center of your brain, and yeah, that's what happens. It's more addictive than cocaine. Exactly. When your body adapts to burning ketones, you can fast for days. You can. I've never been able to do it, probably because I was so big, but I know a lot of people who have done it. You're right. I'm convinced all these diets aren't the way I eat how my ancestors ate, animal-based diet. They've never felt better. It works for me. Yeah, I mean, that's how humans have been eating for a very, very long time. It's not until recently that we added grains and carbs and pastas and sugar to our diet. So if you want to do well, you're going to eat how your ancestors ate, right? Fresh vegetables and maybe some fruits and animal products. I mean, I couldn't imagine going vegan, and I have nothing wrong, no problems with people who want to go vegan. Maybe they're more compassionate towards animals or whatever. I mean, that's their thing. But I believe we were made to eat a animal-based diet. Probably stated this before, but are you doing keto? I'm kind of doing keto. I have no problems eating the occasional carbs. Like yesterday, I had a red potato with some green beans. My mom made this awesome pot of I don't want to say a stew. It didn't have any meat in it or anything. It was just green beans and flavored in broth with red potatoes in it. And so I had a red potato yesterday, and I still lost 3 pounds yesterday. So I'm doing keto, but I'm not, kind of thing. I mostly just stick to protein. Um, but on occasion I might have a little pack of. My mom made some crab dip, and so I had a pack of Ritz crackers, like a very small pack of Ritz crackers, and some crab dip. So that's definitely not keto. Or the potato I had yesterday wasn't keto. So every once in a while I'll have something with carbs in it, but I'm not like staying strict keto. You're welcome, Kristen. I'm not knocking you for doing it. That just always made me curious. Oh, you're fine, Kristen. If I seem like I'm frustrated, I'm not. I have ADHD, so I talk really fast sometimes, and I get passionate and loud and whatever. I'm not frustrated. Tools are great, but not the solution. I mean, if a tool helps you, fine. But like, I was thinking about doing a video. Like, there's all kinds of new weight loss drugs and stuff right now. But as soon as you stop taking that drug, you gain the weight back. So it's like, are you going to be a slave to that drug for the rest of your life? I mean, if it helps you lose some weight, great. But once you stop taking it, you're going to gain the weight back. You're going to go back to eating how you ate. So yeah, some tools are not as helpful as you think they are. I mean, they might help you immediately, but in the long run, what you really need is a lifestyle change and to develop new eating habits that will last you for the rest of your life. The drugs, not. The surgery, probably not. My sister-in-law had gastric bypass and has worked well for her. Whether without surgery, you still have to make good choices. Exactly. I mean, people act like they're getting the surgery with some sort of cheat code, or they look down on me for getting weight loss surgery. I'm not ashamed that I had it. I really needed it. I was, and in my opinion, I was on death's door, 671 pounds, almost 40 years old, and my body was breaking down. I was like, I couldn't keep yo-yo dieting anymore. I struggled. I faced a lot of trauma. I was mentally, physically, and sexually abused as a kid, and I just went through a lot of trauma and a lot of neglect and abuse. And so, um, I just attached myself to food. That gave me pleasure, and so that's something that I always ran to when I was sad or depressed or wanted to celebrate. Like I was very much an emotional eater, and so food was everything for me. Just like you see in my 600-pound life clips, I talk about it because I know it. I know exactly how they feel when they eat food. So I felt like the surgery for me would detach that attachment to food, and it has, because very, very little food. Um, I'm no longer addicted to the food because I don't eat the sugar, I don't eat the crap, and I am losing weight. So I no longer have that connection with food. I'm learning how to find pleasure in other things. Just living life and doing new things and finding new passions, making YouTube videos, doing stuff like this. Like I'm becoming more passionate about doing other things, and so that connection to food has been broken permanently. And then the surgery just sort of gave me a jump start, like a fresh new start, a new way of thinking about things, helping me lose a lot of weight, and just getting to where I need to be. So um, surgery may work for you, but for a lot of people, it doesn't work because they can't break that connection to their brain. Um, you know, Thankfully, my program had therapy. And so if you're going to find a weight loss surgery program or even just a weight loss program in general, find one that offers therapy because most of it is mental. It's not just physical. People say, oh, just eat a salad, fat boy. I've literally been told that before. Just eat a salad. Like, there's no excuse for you to gain weight. Like, why are you gaining weight? Just eat a salad. It's like, it's much more than that. It's much more than willpower. For some people, it's actually a disease. It's a struggle. It's an addiction. It's mental. So I mean that's why I try to ascribe to an all-around approach of compassionate care, therapy, a dietitian, someone who's going to help you learn new habits and things that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. Not some fad diet that you're going to crash and I'm going to throw out all the sugar in my pantry and I'm going to start fresh tomorrow. No, that never works. That never works. So that's just my opinion, not yours. Your answers are helping me so much. I did get the okay from the bariatric doctor for surgery, but I still have to see about 10 doctors before the final say so. 10 doctors? Wow. I just had to see my doctor, and I did have to get some tests. I did have to get some blood drawn. I did have to get an EKG on my heart. I did have to get like an upper GI scan and whatever. So yeah, I guess there was a few appointments that I had to get approved for before surgery, but everything was fine. Your attitude tells me you have got this. You are not done yet, though. No, not done. Well, I'm far from done. I'm a big proponent of making small changes that you can handle and building on that slowly. That's exactly what I believe, Kristen. Um, don't jump in with both feet tomorrow and say I'm going to take all this, I'm throw all the bad food away tomorrow. I'm starting fresh, and you're going to go from eating thousands of calories and gaining weight to the next day you're going to eat 500 calories. Like, that's not going to work for you. It's not. I'm telling you, you're going to end up binging. You're going to last a day, maybe 2 days. If you're really, really good willpower, you're going to last a week. But that's it. You're not going to make any lasting change. So that's something my dietitian told me when I first went and met with her. She goes, I'm not going to give you a calorie limit yet. What I'm going to do is we're going to talk about the food that you eat, how you eat, what your habits are, and then we're going to start making small changes to it. And so if I was eating breakfast sausage in the morning, she would suggest switching that to turkey sausage. If I needed a snack during the middle of the day, then I got these turkey sticks, which some people tell me, well, don't eat that. That's got a lot of salt in it. That's blah, blah, blah. But my dietitian said it was a great snack, and it worked for me. I lost 100 pounds snacking on turkey sticks. So, I mean, people have their own opinions on stuff, but I followed what my dietitian said, and it really worked out. So we went 2 months of just changing small habits, getting rid of some things, um, maybe switching from regular soda to diet soda. That's a small change. It's going to take a while to get used to, not having that amount of sugar in your system. You're going to be addicted to that sugar and soda. But once you make that switch, that's fine. But once you have weight loss surgery, you can never have soda again. So I haven't had soda in 4 months now, going on 4 months since my surgery. So at some point, you're gonna have to stop drinking it because yes, even diet soda is bad for you. Even the aspartame and stuff like that is a poison. So you don't want to be drinking that much. If you're switching from regular soda to diet soda, that's good for a period of time. Do that. It'll help you transition, but it's not something that you want to drink for the rest of your life. Um, so yeah, definitely make smaller changes in your diet. You'll be a lot more successful in the long run. I need to eat more protein. I eat a lot of steamed vegetables and fruit. Stopping bad food is more difficult than stopping bad party chemicals. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I was able to overcome an addiction to Vicodin, um, but food has been much harder for me than overcoming Vicodin. Vicodin was like a 3 day sick, feeling like I had the flu. Like I was watching a lot of House. If you've ever seen House, he was addicted to Vicodin, and he would often talk about how his liver was going to shut down, and he was fearful of this or that, and that actually scared me. I'm like, because I got to a point where I was taking 6 Vicodin at one time, because like I was saying earlier in the chat, I don't know if you all heard that, but I was like, no, I think it was in the video earlier today. I'm like, you start off with one pill, and it works wonders for you. You like how it makes you feel. You get this nice high from it, but before you know it, you need 2 pills, and then you need 3 pills, and then you need 4 pills. Like 4 pills doesn't do it for you, so you need 5. It's just a continual increase of what makes you feel good. And so food is that same exact way. And you wonder how some of these people on my 600-pound life end up eating 10,000 calories, 15,000 calories a day. Well, it's that same way. Like how you'd go from 1 pill to 2 pills, you'd go from eating one sugar laden meal, and before you know it, like that runs through your system, and you need that sugar high again an hour later, so you're eating again an hour later, and before you know it, you're eating thousands and thousands of calories. You're gaining weight, and so your body burns more calories, And so if you're not maintaining with that 5,000 calories that you gained your weight to, so your metabolism's burning 5,000 calories, if you're not eating 5,000 calories, your body tricks you into thinking that you're hungry. And so your stomach produces the hunger hormone, like ghrelin and leptin or leptin and other hunger hormones, tells you that you're hungry even though you already ate 5,000 calories, and so you end up eating more calories, and the sugar high gives you a boost, so you keep eating more. And if, let's say, you get to a point where you're 600 pounds, and I think that's like 7,000 calories your body needs. If you're not getting that, then your body, again, your stomach will tell your brain that you're hungry, and you keep eating. And so it's just a continual cycle of addiction. you know you 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 need more sugar. The little bit of sugar that you had didn't work anymore, so you need more sugar. I mean, that's just a continual thing. Sorry if I explain that bad. Again, I have ADHD. Sometimes I stutter and get lost in my own thoughts. Morning, wasn't expecting an early stream. Hi, Sam. Good to see you. Hi, hot 80s girl. Yeah, my video got blocked, so I decided to come on and do a live stream. Let me check here and see if it's still blocked. Nope, it's still in dispute. I disputed it, and I'm like, please let me use this video. I already made it and put it together. So hopefully they'll be nice and let me use it. But if not, I'll have to film something else later. So I'm just kind of, hey, let's go live here, see what everybody's up to. Thank you for everybody who's joined so far. Got 28 people watching right now. If you go and look at in my about section, I talk about this in my videos every once in a while. I got like 4 links there. One is to our Discord channel. We do have a Discord. If you want to join our growing community, we have over 60 people in our Discord. We talk about diets, we talk about accountability, we talk about exercise, and we just have some fun. Share some things in our lives. People who have their own YouTube channel can promote their channel in there. Just all kinds of good stuff in there. So join our Discord and join our community. That's great. There's a link to my PayPal in there. Many of you have asked for a way to financially support the channel. Many of you know I'm trying to get better technology. I'm trying to get a desk and a chair. I'm trying to get a microphone and a better webcam so I can make better videos and increase video quality. So many of you wanted to donate to the channel to be able to help me afford that stuff. So there's a link to my PayPal if you feel inclined. No pressure. I'm not that kind of person who's going to constantly bash you over the head with donate to my channel. That's not me. But if you find that you want to do that, I prefer you do it through PayPal. If you send money through the super thanks here, that takes like a month to get it in, and I only get like 70% of what you send. So PayPal is the best way to do that. There's also a link to my email, bigtbariatric@gmail.com. And so if you want to send me a video request, something that you want me to review, or you just want to have a conversation with me, that's a great way to get a hold of me. Do not send requests in my video comments, because after I see the comment, I lose it and I can't go back to it. So if you wanted to talk to me or send me a request to react to, that's the best way to do it. There's also a link to my Facebook page. Um, people people connect to me on Facebook as well. Um, I post all my videos there. I post some funny memes every once in a while, and so people speak to me through the Facebook DM. And so, those are great ways to connect with me, to support the channel, to join our growing community. And so all that is in my about section, and that's awesome. And I appreciate every single one of you being here, whether you support us or not, or you just enjoy my videos. It's all great. I love you all. Thank you very much. Let me continue looking through the comments here. You seem to have the right mindset for success, Big T. More people need to think like this. This is how Amber Lynn Reed should be thinking. I think Amber Lynn Reed, lately, I've been looking at some of her videos. I think she's actually trying. Like, I think she, in a recent video, said she just got approved for weight loss surgery. She passed her psychological evaluation. And so I think she is trying to do right this year. So I'm going to keep some optimism open for Amberlyn Reed, and I'm not going to crap on her, and I'm going to give her credit for at least trying. And if she fails, Well, guess what? I failed time and time and time again. So I understand where Amberlyn Reed's coming from, and I think we should show people like her more sympathy. She's not a total fat positive person who just absolutely, says, "Hey, I'm fat. This is the way I am. You better accept it." Blah blah blah. She's at least trying, right? At least that's what I get when I see her videos. I'm like, she reminds me a lot of me, and she's trying to get weight loss surgery. So I don't know everything. I don't know the big picture from Amberlyn Reed. I only just now started watching her, so I'm just now learning about some of these people in the fat movement or whatever. So maybe I'm wrong about her, but that's just what I see when I see her videos. It's cool to see you do a live. Thanks, Weasel Farts. I love your name, by the way. They make low sugar Chobani, but admittedly, it's not nearly as good tasting. Yeah, anything good sugar really isn't. I mean, I really want to stick to protein for breakfast because I was reading that's the best way when you have your first meal of the day, no matter what time it is, if you're fasting or not fasting, whatever. The best way to start your day is with protein, not with any kind of sugar, not with a cereal, not with donuts or pancakes or high carby things. The best way to start your day is with protein. So I'm trying to stick with either the Jimmy Dean egg witch sandwiches, which that's not going to be a permanent fixture in my diet. I just started eating those, so I understand it's processed crap, but it's just a little something different. I will go back to eggs, but eggs, breakfast sausage, bacon. If you're vegan, whatever choice that you have, as long as it's protein, I highly recommend that you start your day with protein, not with sugar, not with carbs. And that's why I was probably losing out and my diet stalled is because I was like, okay, well maybe if I replace eggs in the morning with my Dan Light and Fit yogurt with 7 grams of sugar, and it wasn't working out right. So I don't know. Make sure you take a lot of before and after photos. They're so important, especially if the scale stalls. I do have one picture. One picture. I never took pictures of myself. I'm just now feeling comfortable doing videos and going on lives and taking photos of myself. So I have one photo of me at my biggest size. I shared it in a video a long time ago, but I might share it again here soon, of what I was when I was probably even higher than 671. I don't know. We are very similar, even though I did not get over 240. What is the most surprising thing you've noticed since losing weight? I lost 85 pounds and I never knew how hard it is to shave skinny armpits. They're hollow now. I have to think about that. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm doing again that I couldn't do before. And I'm amazed at how quickly that my body is changing. I look like a deflating balloon. Like I was I was laying down on my side the other day watching TV, and I just happened to look down on my belly, and it was like wrinkled skin. And I was like, wow. I mean, most people would see wrinkled skin and they'd be like, ah, gross. But I was like, I'm really losing weight because the skin is really wrinkling. And I noticed that on my calves. Like I'm riding the exercise bike, so I'm gaining like more leg muscle. But even on my calves, if I run my hand over it, it like wrinkles up, like there's a lot of excess skin there. So, but over Christmas, I was gone from church for about a week because I spent a weekend at my sister's house, and so it was 2 weeks before they saw me. And when I came back after Christmas, they acted like I was a completely different person. They're like, "Wow, is that really you, Tony?" And they're like, "You look so different, like night and day. You look like you lost half your body weight." I'm like, seriously? Like, I was looking around. I'm like, I don't feel like I lost half my body weight. Of course, I didn't. It was only 2 weeks, but like, there's some significant changes happening within my body that other people are noticing that I don't notice. Every time I go to church, I see those people. My friends there. I call them my family because they're my church family, but I see them once a week, and every time they're like, "Wow, you're looking really good. Like, you're really losing weight." If I see my friend Steve, I go to his house maybe every couple of weeks. He's like, "Wow, you are looking skinnier and skinnier. Like, everything is just going flat." Or I was maybe had some huge fat here or whatever. It's like it's skinny. So people are really noticing some big changes in my body that I'm not really noticing. I'm not really seeing it yet. Other than feeling a lot better, able to do a lot more stuff like that, I'm just not really noticing it physically or mentally when I look at myself as much as other people are noticing it. It gets harder when we get older, like I am. I beg for. Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why I decided to start now. I'm like I'm pushing 40. I was told I wouldn't make it to 40 if I didn't lose the weight, so that really scared me. I'm like, okay, 40's coming. I need to do something. But also, I knew that it would be harder to lose weight after 40 than before 40. So even though I'm pushing 40 now, it's like my metabolism, I mean, our metabolism slows every single year, right? It slows incrementally. And so by the time we're 40 and 50 and whatever, so for me, it was like, do it now or never. I mean, it's like I spent my 20s like acting like my size didn't matter. I spent most of my 30s that way. And it's like, wow, I just graduated high school and I blinked and here I am almost 40 years old. Like that time just flew by and I wasted it. I wasted years that I could have been married. I wasted years that I could have had kids by now. I could have been in a career and whatever, but here I am, fat. I'm financially struggling really bad. I'm don't have a girlfriend. I've never even had a girlfriend except for like one momentary fling or whatever you want to call it. Like I feel lonely. I feel like I've missed out on my best years. And I can't think like that. I have to think about my future. I have to think about what losing this weight is going to do for me. Hopefully, it opens all kinds of doors financially and romantically and all those things. But, we'll see what happens. You have a great mindset. It's really refreshing to see. I have no doubt you'll reach your goals. Thanks, Kristen. I appreciate that. I really hope so. Swimming in cold water daily really boosts metabolism. When I swim, gaining weight is impossible for me. Well, I live in Michigan, so every body of water here is cold, even in the dead of summer. Um, so maybe I need to do more lake swimming this 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 summer. But I definitely want to find a pool because I love swimming, and it doesn't hurt my joints nearly as much. So I just got to find a way to do it. The only pool in my area is at this fitness center, but you have to be 450 or under. So I have like 50 pounds, 60 pounds to lose before I can go swimming there. Yeah, sugar is the enemy, not fat. That's true. Sugar is worse than crack. Both do damage to your body. I mean, sugar contributes to heart disease and cancer and diabetes and all these things. So you might look at that and say, wow, cocaine and crack, like those are horrible. They're worse. People are dying from that. But people are dying from sugar. Maybe not as quickly. I don't know, but people are dying in greater numbers from sugar than they are drugs. That's for sure. Try lifting weights. It builds the muscle you lose as you get older. It burns fat. I'm definitely lifting weights. Um, I do have like these rubber bands. My friend Terry bought me these, and so I put. She also got me these handles, and so I like even when I'm sitting here in my bed, I put this part over my feet, and then it like stretches out throughout my body. So I just like stretch it 20 times, and I take like a 5-second break, and then I do 20 more. And then maybe I'll take a 10-second break, and then I'll do 20 more. And I'll just do that like maybe 6 or 7 sets of that until my arms just can't take it anymore. I also have these barbells. I forgot how much they weigh. I think they're about 10 pounds. Yeah, 10-pound barbell. And so I use these. I lift it over my head and curl and stuff like that. I wish I had 20s, but these are fine for right now. Maybe I'll be able to afford getting some new weights and stuff like that. So I do that, and I ride the exercise bike, going on 5 minutes now. I'm picking up pace. It seems like every other day I'm able to go a little bit further on the exercise bike. So I really feel like I'm building some good leg muscles. Only real food will not make you fat. Well, like I said, those Jimmy Dean sandwich things, I lost 3 pounds yesterday eating one of those still. So, I mean, I lost my 100 pounds eating lean cuisine dinners and Greek yogurt and stuff like that. So, really, it's about calorie restriction. That's what it's about mainly. I know you probably disagree with me on that. That you can only do it with real food, but I mean, not everybody has access to all the best real food. And what is real food these days? Like I said, they put bread and sugar and hamburger meat. So it's like people eat what they have access to. And as long as you restrict calories, you can lose weight. It might slow down at some point because you're not eating good food. So you might have to readjust that as you lose weight. But, you know, all right, there's so many chats here. I'm probably way behind. Sorry, guys, if I'm behind. I'm like taking 5 minutes to answer each one. Reading labels will open your eyes. The first ingredient in wheat bread, and it's supposed to be healthy. Yeah, I mean, I think I read that Ireland doesn't consider bread from Subway to be real bread because it has so much sugar in it. Like you think you're going to Subway and you're eating fresh or whatever, and you're eating healthy, but there's so much freaking sugar in their bread alone. I mean, tomatoes do have added sugar. Yep. This is an extremely good rant. Big T out here exposing big secrets of the food industry. I've been studying for years, man. I'm not a nutritionist or something like that, but I've been studying for years. Boiled eggs get old after time. I like cream of wheat. Cubed ham, my go-to. Yes, it's one carb, allowed 2 carbs a day, breakfast when I'm at my hungriest. Yeah, right after weight loss surgery for about 2 weeks, you can't have anything. You're on a liquid diet. And so even in the hospital, they gave me cream of wheat every day and like watery mashed potatoes. I know it was decent. I really enjoyed it, but after just weeks of nothing but cream of wheat, nothing but liquidy potatoes, it's like I ate 3 eggs with lots of butter 8 hours ago. I'm still full. I'm going to plant vegetables next month, March. I'm planting tomatoes, bell peppers, jalapeno pepper, squash, cucumbers. What I would love to do when I get my own place is make my own homemade salsa. I love homemade salsa. It's amazing. And so I'd love to plant a garden full of the ingredients that I need to make homemade salsa and then just do all the processing here at my house. I'd love to do that. Sugar is inflammatory. I feel very ill and hurt all over. If I eat too much of it, I have fibromyalgia. It makes me more sensitive to it. I've got to shop like a diabetic. I tell my mom that all the time. Like, she is a sugar addict for real, but she also has fibromyalgia. And so I keep telling her, like, you need to stop eating the ice cream. You need to stop eating the chocolate all the time. And she doesn't listen. You certainly have a good attitude towards losing weight. You obviously have put a lot of thought into how to achieve your goal weight, and for that you should be commended. Thank you, Martinez. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you to say. Keto is a stupid word. Just cut the carbs when you can. Exactly. Like I said, I pick and choose what carbs I do eat. I probably shouldn't have had Ritz crackers with crab dip, but having a red potato, a very small red potato with some green beans yesterday, it didn't stall me out at all. So, as long as I'm losing weight, I don't care how I get there. Every year I pick tomatoes and freeze them for use throughout the winter, no sugar. Keto is trendy, just low carb. I like to make a salsa. Tomatoes too, exactly. Every day is new, Mr. T. I'm pleasant to listen to. Well, thank you, garlic breath and farts. I'm sure I'm as pleasant to listen to as you are to smell. I'm just teasing you. Nothing beats homemade salsa. It's so good. I love putting homemade salsa on eggs. Like that's really good. I gave up eating sugar 5 years ago. I found out that my fat ankles weren't due to salt, but from damn sugar. Since giving it up, I don't really crave sweets. I used to be a sugar fiend. Yeah, sugar does all kinds of damage to your body. You don't even realize it. I looked into going completely sugar free, but it's in everything. That's true. I mean, it's called the power of perimeter. If you go to a grocery store, I mean, they used to say power perimeter, but if you stick to the perimeter, that's where the vegetables are, that's where all the good food, wholesome food is, that's where the meat is, the meat counter and all that. But you also run into the deli counter, and they have the donuts there, and they have all the pastas that they make and everything else. But if you stick to the outside, and you'll probably be more successful. Do not go into the middle of the store. Do not go into the frozen section. Do not go into the candy aisle and all that other stuff. Stick to the perimeter, and you'll do a lot better. Have you not found that sugar-free products have sweetener in them? They're meant to be bad too, and your body reacts in the same way to them as to sugar. Some sweeteners, stevia, if you can tolerate it, I like stevia. I have no problem with stevia. But stevia is great. It does not do that. It does not react to your body the same way, and it actually helps your blood sugar if you eat stevia. But do not get stevia in the raw, because if you look at the ingredients, the very first ingredient is dextrose. And dextrose is just another word for sugar. So yeah, they put sugar in stevia in the raw, so it's not raw stevia. So do not get that product. It will not keep you from I mean, so some people said that they still take it and they haven't gone out of ketosis. So I don't know. But yeah, if your number one ingredient is not stevia and you're called stevia in the raw, but instead it's dextrose, that's kind of shady if you ask me. Natural, real food is not that tasty. I often want to eat for no reason, but the real food, I just have to say, is not that interesting. It is when you get into it. Like I said, when you're eating all that garbage, that's all you can think about. That's all you want to eat because it triggers the pleasure center of your brain. But once you get away from doing that and you start eating naturally, you will get adapted to it. You will love it. You will crave it. It will be amazing to you. You will crave fresh vegetables. You will crave eating good, wholesome meats. You will crave that little bit of fat, and your body just has to adjust to it. So that's why when I say, when you're doing a diet and you're really committed to it, you got to give yourself a good week or so to adjust from eating the sugar and the crap, and withdrawing from that is going to be hell. Let's be honest. You're going to have flu-like symptoms. You're going to be achy. You're going to get a headache. You're not going to feel very good. You're going to be tired. You're going to get flu-like symptoms, right? And they call that the keto flu, which I'm sure you know all about, garlic breath. But for those of you who don't know, like, as soon as you start dieting and you get away from sugar, that's why a lot of people run back to it and they binge eat, because they start getting sick. Their body literally withdraws from sugar the same way you would withdraw from any other type of drug that you're taking for a long time. So if you give yourself a week, you prepare, you get yourself some electrolytes, you get something for your headache, whatever, and you just prepare for knowing that you're going to go through hell, that you're going to have that sugar withdrawal. After about a week, you start feeling a lot better. You feel like $1,000,000. Your head will be clear. You will not have as much brain fog. You will not have the ups and downs that come with sugar. Your blood sugar will be more stabilized. Your mood will be better. And every time I've done keto, I had like this buzzing in my body, like this really feel good buzz, and it feels great. And it's because your mind is finally clear of all that toxin that is sugar. So really, you got to prepare yourself, and then once you get into eating natural food, you will crave it more often. Hi, Rita. Thank you for inspiring and motivating us. You're welcome. I already know that I'm probably going off the rails this week, and I'm going to be around my Italian family, and I know there's going to be tons of food. Well, I mean, you can prepare yourself ahead of time, bring your own food, or ask them to make something that is not so bad for you. I mean, if you already know you're going to fail going into it, then you're probably going to fail. But if you prepare ahead of time, knowing that this event is coming up, you'll probably be a lot more successful. There is stevia. It hasn't been around too long. Maybe studies will prove it negative. Actually, stevia I think has been around longer than the sugar, if I remember correctly. Or am I thinking about something else? Stevia's been around a long time though. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. I wasn't sure about stevia because I've seen a program on it and they say it's super sweet. Also worried it'll taste bad. Stevia is sweeter than sugar. It is, but it's good for you. It's natural, and it does not spike your blood sugar. It does not cause weight gain like sugar does. Um, so there are certain types of stevia that's not as sweet. You can get packets of it. You can get droppers of it, and you could adjust to using stevia. There's stevia powders and whatever. So I recommend trying it. And anything bad anybody has to say about it, and unless they just don't like the taste, that's fine. They might think it's too sweet, but there's a lot of lies out there from the sugar industry about stevia, right? Stevia is on the rise, and the sugar industry is not happy about it. So they put out a lot of faulty science and crap and stuff like that about it. Just learn to dislike sweet. It is hard but possible. It absolutely is. Like I said, if you stop drinking soda and then you go back to it a year later and try some, it's disgusting. Like, it's disgustingly sweet. You will not like it. So yeah, once you get away from it, you feel a lot better. Plateauing or stalling is a good thing. It's a pretty accurate way to tell your body. It's information you can use to plan out your upcoming meals. Yeah, I've stalled out every single month since weight loss surgery, and it was actually even more frustrating this month. I didn't expect it at all. Nobody told me, hey, expect to stall out. And people were telling me that if I wasn't losing 50 pounds a month, that I was cheating on my diet or whatever. I'm like, I haven't cheated. I've been eating very, very low calories, and yet I've plateaued or stalled out for at least a week or two every single month since surgery. I even did it this month, and I was very, very strict on my diet because I was wanting to hit that 50-pound loss mark, and then I just realized I'm like, I'm not going to hit 50 pounds lost. I'm just not going to do it. And even when I'm being strict, I stalled out. So I expect to stall out every month now. Um, and I kind of figured out maybe I wasn't eating enough calories. And so that's what I did. I boosted my calories in the past 2 days, and my stall broke. And I added more exercise, and so I actually lost 5 pounds in the last 2 days. So it's revving back up. Dang, who's blocking you? Oh, hi, Boo Thang. I'm here to listen and support. Thank you. Who's blocking you, my 600-pound life? TLC, that's the network actually owned by Discovery. So every time I get blocked, it says Discovery. They just claim copyright, and they allow some people to use clips, and they don't allow others. And I think because I did that video that talked about how TLC was exposed for treating people like garbage. Ever since I did that, every single time I do reactions now, it gets blocked, and they'll go through and every single clip they'll mark for copyright. So, you know, when I go and look at it, it'll say, this to this, like this minute mark to this minute mark is blocked for copyright. And so I'll trim that out, and then like an hour later I'll go back to it, and then it'll mark this time to this time as copyright. So every single clip that I use, they go through and meticulously claim it all as copyright. So no matter how much I trim it up, I just can't make money on it, or it's completely blocked altogether. And so at some point I just give up on it. And like the one I did maybe 4 days ago, on Angie J as the worst patient on my 600-pound life. It actually went through, and it was fine for a while, and it was a very fast-paced growing video. But a few days later, I went and saw that they claimed copyright on it, and I've been cutting clips out of it. And no matter how many clips I cut out of it, they go back and they block more clips. So they are doing whatever they can to prevent me from monetizing my videos or from even having these videos. So personally, I'm getting as much from it by gaining subscribers, so I'm not so mad if it's not monetized, but I'm trying to make more money from monetization because, like I said, I'm struggling financially, so any little bit that I can use from YouTube is going to work. So I'm trying to do less my 600-pound life videos because I know it's going to get blocked and I know I'm not going to be able to monetize those, but at the same time, those get me more subscribers. So it's kind of a balance here. I know people want to see my 600-pound life clips. So I'm trying to use plot twist. I'm trying to find other ways of utilizing them. But as long as I'm gaining subscribers, that's okay with me. But at the same time, I need to make other videos that I can monetize that won't get blocked, so that I can keep making money with YouTube. I'm trying to make it my full-time career is what I'm trying to do. But it's going to take a little bit of time to do that. I for sure have many disorders of fun challenge every day. There's a link, Angel, to my Facebook. It's in my About section, and it's in the description of every single video that I have. So I just want to repeat that I have 4 links in my descriptions, in my videos, and in my About section. One is for my Facebook, so if you want to join my Facebook, you can go there. You can contact me on Facebook there as well. But I post most of my videos over there. There is a link to my PayPal. If you would like to help financially support the channel, maybe you want to help me get better equipment so I can make better videos. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Many of you wanted to help financially support the channel that way. There's a link to the Discord. If you want to join our growing community, we have 60 members on the Discord. There's a link to that. If the link doesn't work, it only works every seven days, and so I have to keep replenishing the link. So just let me know. Leave a comment in a video or something. Let me know that the link didn't work, and I'll get you a fresh one. And there's a link to my email address, bigtbariatric@gmail.com. So if you have a video request that you want me to do, or you just want to have a conversation with me, don't leave a request in the comments, because after I see a comment, it disappears from my view, so I don't have access to them anymore. So either way, I appreciate everybody's love, everybody's support that they offer, whether it's comments, whether it's likes, being subscribed, financial support, anything. I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I'm trying to catch up here with all the comments in the chat. I don't eat artificial sweeteners either. They cause a spike in blood sugar after a while as your body is tricked into thinking it's getting sugar. It doesn't with stevia. That's the thing. Stevia is fine. It does not cause a spike in blood sugar. There are certain ones like erythritol or whatever. Many of these sweeteners that they use on keto do not spike your blood sugar. That's why people are using them. Most of them is natural. Don't fall for it, Tony. It's just another cycle I've watched forever. Don't fall for what, Darla? I missed what you meant there. Amberlynn is trying, but well, we wish her luck. Thanks, Just Janice. I appreciate that. Thank you for thinking I'm looking good. My back keeps hurting. Probably not going to be on too much longer, guys. They make low cocaine cocaine. It's not the same. I watch Amberlynn through reaction channels. Others, she's boring. I watch Oh Lord Eats Jordy and Zachary Michaels. Okay. Well, if Amberlynn herself is boring, but you get entertained by watching other people react to her, then that makes me wonder how much they're making up about Amberlynn in order to get views and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm tired of eggs, but my hens just keep laying them. Well, I bet you're making a fortune now with egg prices the way they are, Darla, or at least you're saving a fortune. Eggs have become hard to come by in the UK. Enjoy your eggs, America. Thanks, Angel. I appreciate that. It's like $9 here for like a 12-pack of eggs. It's crazy. Preston, too early. I'm happy to see that you have so many subs now. I just started my channel and I don't know what I'm doing. You're doing great. Well, you just have to find a niche, something that you enjoy talking about, something that you're passionate about. People will see that in what you're discussing and something you have knowledge on. Um, it's taken me some time. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know all the technical stuff. I'm still not sure what tech I need to get. I don't know, but it's gonna take some time. You will figure it out. You will start getting subs. It took me like 2 months to get my first 100 subs, and then it exploded after that. Like 2 days later, I had another 100 subs, and then like a week later, I had 1,000, and here I am. Like a month later, I got almost 3,300. So, I mean, once you get past that first 100, it gets a little faster. And then once you get past 1,000, it just explodes. Mr. T has got this, I believe. Keep it going, Mr. T. Thank you, Garlic Breath. That's his channel. I think it started. I was watching Amber vids and fell into this rabbit hole, but I'm glad that I found Tony's channel. It's so much nicer than some of the other review channels. Thanks, Weasel Farts. I'm glad you think that I'm nicer. I try to be nicer. Some people hit me every once in a while and say, hey, you're just being a jerk. You need to go away, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, most of the people say I'm being nice. Like, I'm very, like, honest. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm passionate about what I talk about. And I'm not going to, like, hide the truth. So if that's being mean, then so be it. But whatever. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to keep talking, sharing the truth about this stuff. 54 and 150, it's possible, Mr. T. I do not recommend marriage, though. Listen, I've been single my whole life, all right? I've only had one kiss with somebody. I've not done anything more than that. So let's just say I'm ready for some marriage. I'm ready for some romance in my life. I'm tired of being single and lonely. My local Sainsbury's has plenty of eggs. Now they do run low on quite a bit of veg. Not sure what that's about. Come to Albania, Mr. T. We'll eat real food and swim in the sea every day. Are you going to buy me a ticket? Have a good day, everyone. Bye, Lisa. Hope you have a great one. I shop at Tesco and sometimes Morrison's if I need a small amount of thing. It's about the mental process and hormones. Exactly. Good food sounds awesome. I'm by the ocean in Seattle, but the water is really cold. That's how it is here in the Great Lakes, Weasel. The water's always cold here. But I've always wanted to visit Seattle. Like I have a fascination with the Pacific Northwest. I used to live in Bend, Oregon. It was beautiful out there, and I love like geology, so I love looking at volcanoes and you know thinking about earthquakes and like I know you guys got the Wanda Fuca plate out there it creates the volcanoes there, and it's just I love the Pacific Northwest. I'd love to visit Seattle someday. I loved visiting Portland. When I flew to Oregon, I lived there for less than a year with my aunt. She lives in Seattle now, but she did live in Bend. But when I flew to Portland, I'm like, wow, this is a nice area. So we drove through Portland and drove to Bend. I'm like, driving through the mountains, like, oh, that was gorgeous. Fresh sugar. Yeah, Janice, like, I think it's a scam because now they're coming out with this real cane sugar. And some people think, oh wow, it's cane sugar. It's actually healthy, unlike what uncane sugar. Like I don't know why people think that cane sugar is suddenly healthy for you, but it's not. It's yeah, Subway bread is full of sugar, for sure. I must be really behind on the comments. Sorry guys if I'm behind. I'm trying to make sure I read and react to every comment. So if I'm super behind, I'm sorry. All right. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I'm going to skip through and try to catch up here on the comments. So I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Yeah, TLC, they noticed me, but I'm trying to have a truce with them. I put in my last video, like, please do not block this. I will not speak bad about you again. So they haven't blocked it. So I'm praying that everything works out and they, allow me to do reaction videos. I'm probably gonna have to make another video today. I don't know if this one's gonna get permanently blocked or not. There's actually some good information I wanted to share with you guys. The video he did the other day, the main guy was so mean and Tony was very nice, so it's weird that he gets blocked. I mean, it's entertainment, right? Like, if you're taking advantage of overweight people and making fun of them and laughing at them, like that's ratings, and people like ratings. I mean, the other guy that part of Plot Twist, like they have over 1 million subscribers because that's the way a lot of people think. It's easy to make fun of and laugh at fat people. Whereas I am a fat person, so I'm very compassionate and kind towards people. I know their struggle, so I'm not going to sit here and make fun of them. Every once in a while, I'll say a joke, and I feel very bad for saying it because then people are like, I thought you were kind. I thought you were compassionate, and here you are saying a fat joke. But I'm a fat person. Like, I can say a fat joke. Like, but hey, I try to be compassionate and try to be honest because I totally understand. I wish somebody was honest with me when I was younger. And some doctors were honest with me, but I wasn't ready to listen to it. My family did try to get me to lose weight when I was a kid, but I didn't understand why I wasn't losing weight or nothing like that. It wasn't until recently that I finally had the help that I need to deal with the psychological part of it, and so it's losing weight now. Well, thanks, Scarlet Breath. I'm glad you're enjoying my chat. Bye, Darla. Have a good rest of your day. You're a troll channel, Weasel. Enjoy your day, Pixel Vortex. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Janice, for saying I'm nice. Cocaine is real cane sugar. Everyone is loving you, Mr. T. Well, it's not hard to love me. Hi, Peachy. Welcome back. You were always the standard, Peachy. When I first noticed your channel, I'm like, wow, she has over 1,000 subscribers. Like, how am I going to get there? But yeah, your channel is awesome. I love the stuff that you make, especially the dresses, and your son is awesome. I love seeing him, but you're very creative, and I really love that about you. So your channel is great. And when I said, you are better or you're greater than Zoe Deschanel, I absolutely mean that. Like, you're just creativity. You very much remind me of her, and whatever. Thanks, Angel. Thanks for joining the Facebook. I should probably do something today, though. I probably need to make another video, since that one is likely to be blocked and it won't pass by. Peachy, if I ever come to your state, we're gonna have to like work out or something. We're gonna have to go on a hike, or we're gonna have to like go to a gym or something and just like, I don't know. Thanks, Peachy. Now I'm blushing. Hi, Carissa. I do need to shave. Just looking at my face, I'm like, ugh. I haven't shaved all week. I'm thinking about getting a haircut. Do you guys think I should get a haircut, or do you like it long? I'm trying to decide if I want to keep growing it out or get a haircut. You have to find some good trails near you, Peachy. I'm sure you know where all of them is. I love nature trails, but you're in. I don't want to say what state that is because I don't know if you want to keep that private. But there's mountains near you, right? I don't know. I live in a flat part of Michigan, so there's not too many mountains or hills in this area. But if you go upstate, there's a lot of rocky areas and hills and mountains, and it's beautiful. Sand dunes, and you like it long, Shay? Thank you. I'm going to create a new product called OK Sugar and call it healthy because it's okay to eat. Your personality overrides your look. But I'm pretty like hot too, right? Garlic breath, like good personality and hotness combined into one lovely package. Also, I need to explain when I clicked back on your video, it went to where it was when I left off, and you were talking about sausage breakfast sandwiches. I thought it was live. Yeah, I was really behind on comments. I actually just kind of skipped ahead to where I am now, but yeah, I was like half an hour behind, I think, on answering questions. But thanks, garlic breath. Aw, shucks. Well, tell all your single friends that you know of a hot guy on YouTube named Tony who's looking for a wife. Trying to decide if I want to go to church tonight or not. It's the usual Bible study and prayer meeting, which is awesome, but there's also bingo. I've been tired. I'm tired today. I actually considered it, Peachy. Her donuts do look good. I have to be able to afford them, though. I don't know if they're expensive or not. I have to go on her page and take a look at them. Like a protein donut in the morning might be a good option. I also want to get like a Fitbit, something that'll like I can put my weight into and it'll tell me how many calories I'm burning because I have no idea if I'm burning a lot of calories with my workout or if I'm just like barely scraping the barrel. Like, hey, you've lost 20 calories today working out, you know? Because I know the bigger I am, the more calories I'm losing, type thing. But um, I need to find out exactly how many calories I'm burning when I do work out. Oh, that would be a good video idea. Just trying different donuts like Krispy Kreme and but yeah, protein donuts and stuff like that. I'm still thinking about trying the vegan meat video. Like I just haven't gotten there yet, but I will definitely get there. What's up, Vlad? Good to see you on here. I always appreciate your comments, man. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for joining on your break. I'm starting to space out too. My ADHD's kicking in, and I'm getting tired. So I might cut it off here pretty soon, but I'm also having fun. Hi, Momo Lars. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. My body is in my Fitbit. Got to fit in my Speedo. It is bikini season, so I really got to fit into my bikini the summer. So might be a slippery slope from protein donuts to Krispy Kreme. A slippery slope of frosting. I swear by my Fitbit, all my workouts are on Strava. Yeah, people have recommended different like off brands of those wrist things that are like Fitbits. I I should try one. I should find a cheaper version of one, and it'll really help me out just seeing how many calories I'm burning. So I can really adjust my calories to a perfect fit. Maybe I could eat a little more calories than I am right now if I find out that I'm burning a lot more calories during my workout. But I'm kind of in a good groove right now. I've lost 3 pounds since yesterday, 5 pounds in the last 2 days, so it's really going back down. I've come to love jackfruit vegan burgers. They are very low calorie compared to real meat and very tasty. You need to still check the labels for nasty added sugar, but generally they're nice. My main concern about vegan stuff is how many chemicals they pump into it to make it taste like real meat. That's my only concern. Sugar addiction is real. Yep. Deep fried anything is poison. I love my Fitbit when it worked. Maybe you should deep fry your Fitbit. It might be better for you. Definitely a way to keep an eye on calories through workouts and even walking. I love Fitbit. I'm into anything that turns health and fitness into a game. It's motivating to hit your check marks each day. That's true, Peachy. Yep. I'd love to be able to like keep track at the end of the day of how many steps I had, how many calories I burned, etc. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it right here. I've been on for like an hour and a half or something like that. So, any last comments from anybody? I might have to do more live streams in the middle of the day rather than late at night. I seem to get more people watching, and thanks everybody. I appreciate you. Martinez and Shay, Weasel, Momo, Leanne, Janice, Vlad, Peachy. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Yeah, Peachy, definitely plan that hike. I'll get down there sooner or later. It'd be worth it just to meet you. You're welcome, Fritzy. Everybody have a great day, Jiffy. See you later. God bless you all. Thanks for joining me. God bless.